Everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here, reporting from the show floor at HITEC. Thanks to the amazing people over at Unifocus, technology that delivers. Do me a favor, check them out, unifocus.com. I got Adam Mogelonsky here, longtime friend, first time interview in this format, man. What the hell have I been thinking for the last 15 years?
Well, I mean, we're just both so busy that we're like, you're over here, right. I'm over here, and then... You know, I'm over in North America, and you're probably off doing interviews in Florida or somewhere.
Vegas or Orlando, because I'm at a conference. So
I mean, like, that's the beauty of this industry is that it is worldwide, and
it is.
We're probably on a plane going like this, just crossing in the sky. We can wave at one another, right?
So, as a consultant in the hospitality space, have we got technology figured out yet?
Yes, we have, but the whole thing is that hotels and hospitality is the most complicated industry on the planet.
Right.
From a labor operations perspective, there's so much happening, and then you're dealing with these...
Take that, airlines.
Yeah. Like, you know, the whole thing with an airline is somebody's seated down, and then it's basically a social contract where it's like, be on your best behavior or else the FAA is not going to let you fly anymore.
Yeah.
Versus a hotel, you... don't have that social contract, so you can complain, you can make special requests, you can get out of your hotel room at 3 a.m. and start wandering the halls and doing all these things. So
were you with me last night?
No, I was asleep by the time the hockey game. By the time the Edmonton lost, I was like, okay,
oh no,
too depressing to stay awake. Right? So
I hear you.
Yeah,
that makes a whole lot of sense to me. So. Being that we're finally getting a handle of technology, how can we actually move into the future and future-proof our properties? Because it seems to me a lot of technologies come and go, or they're just supplanted by next-generation technologies. And no matter how hard we work to build a property that's got the right tech, the second you open your doors, everything changes.
Right. So the reason why technology in hospitality has been like that to date is... because you needed to have service all the time, and there wasn't this thing called the cloud with redundancy layers.
Right.
So you had to host on-prem or on your own hosted server, and you needed to work with regional players that could provide the customer service. Now, and I say now loosely, from like the last 3 years to the next 5 years, is we have democratization of technology through AI and various automated workflows that are going to help reduce the overall costs. You have true cloud that allows you to actually put everything online and have 24-hour service. And you have the easy setup of support centers worldwide, so that way you can get true 24-hour support, not just saying, oh yeah, I saw your servers went down last night. Let's have a meeting and we'll get back to you next week. Click. Right. So those three things are converging to allow you to build a tech stack that is truly better, faster, cheaper. And all that is happening in tandem with the AI glue, like the open APIs that are easy to set up, the RPA, the RAG, things that are going to bring you to the next level to better know your guests and all that stuff. So all that is happening simultaneously, and because it's multi-input, multi-output, it's very hard to exactly quantify and to give you an exact timeline in terms of when it's going to be, oh yeah, it's here. Right, so yeah, your doors are open. Things are constantly going to be changing. The most important part of your tech stack is still the human stack. The technology director and the CTO and the CIO, two different things about having that vision and on-the-ground process to reevaluate and to look at the next generation tech that is going to be current gen within 1 year.
One of the things that I'm most afraid of, Adam, and this is an issue that Anthony and I discussed. We were fortunate enough and honored enough to do the opening keynote speech this morning, was trying to keep humanity in the hospitality business as technology threatens to overwhelm us. How do you see a path to successfully allow people to be people and not get consumed by letting technology take the lead?
Technology's already consuming us. That's an inevitability, and that depends how you define technology. I mean, we're wearing clothing. Clothing is technically a piece of technology.
Yeah,
you know, glasses are technology, right? You know, people can't live without their cell phones anymore. They're glued to Instagram, right?
Yep.
So technology is always going to be here. What I see the future is this idea of no touch to help the high touch.
Yep.
So we're always going to be looking for that next little bit to automate some workflow to thereby bring people more and more forward and more guest facing. You know,
Your lips to God's ears, man. That's what I want.
something simple, something very simple as having a tablet-based PMS and CRM device. So that way you don't no longer need the front desk. The front desk can become a true refreshment station where you're serving lemonade, a health drink, and then after 5, a white and a red wine and some beers, right? All local and, you know, it tells a good story. So you have that as a refreshment station. That's your front desk. And the actual front desk clerks are out in front with a tablet. They can sign you in.
Yep.
They can put the tablet attached to your thing, and so they can help you with your bag. So they're the bellhop as well. They can even, if you have your flight data, they can meet you out front and be the valet or coordinate with valet. So that's where we're heading, and that's a very slow thing, and that's brand wide because maybe the front desk, sign in at a resort is already so elaborate, and you want to have that feeling.
Right.
Other ones are going to go the kiosk route where you sign in via kiosk and then you just have a rover at the lobby who's there to refresh. And
That'd be great.
so it depends, and it's going to happen over time because these things need to be properly evaluated because there is a risk of things going wrong, and then heaven forbid you have to go back to paper and pen, which is a nightmare, and then you end up with
it's a nightmare. Just start looking at my handwriting. I rarely write anymore, so I look like a serial killer when I
that or the C word, which is chargebacks.
Yeah.
Right. So
we don't like to say those things on this show. This is a family show.
Yeah.
I will tell you, we are so addicted to technology. I'm sure that this has happened to you folks. You're having an important conversation and your text message goes off in your pocket, and then you have to pretend like it didn't, and all you want to do is look at it, and you have to really concentrate on what the person is saying.
Did that just happen to you?
It did not this time.
Okay, all right.
It happened when I was actively listening, and my wife and I were having a conversation the other day, and I kept being like, but I got a text message. It was really difficult.
So I got to recommend a book for everyone. It's a book called Indistractable by Nir Eyal.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Israeli person, so I have to preface that, not sure how people feel about all that, but so basically is the whole idea of cell phone etiquette when you're at a workplace and all that. So right now my cell phone's in my pocket, so I know it's there. Yeah, but like having a cell phone completely out of sight and behind you is completely different. And so there's going to be this whole arrangement about in-person meetings, basically saying, okay, when you're in a meeting, you're coming into a meeting with an agenda, and people are going to be they may even hand out tablets and be like, okay, here's a tablet. It's not connected to your text, WhatsApp, whatever other messaging, and your cell phone can stay outside. Mm-hmm. So when you're there, you're fully focused, and then that way it increases the productivity per minute of each individual meeting.
That's fantastic. I love these ideas, and make sure you follow all of our continuing coverage, not just here at HITEC, but in general, because we're here to give you those actionable insights you need. Best way to do that is text the word hotel to 66866 to get our weekly newsletter. That's Adam Mogelonsky. I'm still Glenn Hausman. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.